God, dear, it is an half hot in here. Charity shop town review. And this week we're in Gillingham, which is located in southeast Kent. But Gillingham had 5 different charity shops, which puts it joint third with Whitstable, which really isn't too bad. It's pretty much average. But the first charity shop that I hit up in Gillingham was this Age UK charity shop, which was a little bit of a strange one because you had to go up some very narrow and thin stairs to get up to all of the men's clothing, which were definitely not suitable for the majority of the people who do use charity shops. But as I hit the top of the stairs, the first thing that I see were these 2 glasses that were shaped like shoes. I thought they looked pretty sick. They were only like 25p as well. I did heavily consider picking them up, but the only thing was I was kind of thinking they're glass, then you gotta carry around glass, and that just sounded like so much stress. So I just headed over to the men's section and I started going through the shirts, and I come across this like overshirt which I really liked, and as well it was only £1.75, but I then looked at the sizing for it and it was a 4XL, so I kind of thought that is definitely not gonna fit me, considering most of the clothes I wear are a medium and some of them are a small. 4XL is gonna be absolutely huge on me. But then I went on to the t-shirts rail and I come across this Michael Jackson t-shirt, which I probably see about 2 months ago in this same shop, and back then I really wanted to buy it, but it was £5. You can see exactly what I said over on my TikTok, because I actually made a video about it in the shop. My TikTok's in the description if you aren't already following it. But when I first see it, it was £5, and that was kind of the thing that put me off buying it, to be honest. But now it'd been reduced to £3, so I 100% knew I was going to be coming away with this item. And in this bag, here it is. I haven't looked at this item since I bought it from the shop, so hopefully we don't come across any stains or marks, which I didn't see in the shop. But as you can see, it was only £3. The £5 had been scribbled out, but here it is in its full glory. Don't lie, that was a satisfying little drop. But here it is. But it's pretty much just a little like Michael Jackson like tribute t-shirt, I believe, because I believe those were the years he was alive. Yeah, and then it's literally just got another little tribute thing on the back. To be honest, if this didn't have such a big photo of his face on the front, I would probably end up keeping this, but that is the only thing putting me off keeping this. And as well, not gonna lie, I've never been the greatest fan of Michael Jackson, so it really wouldn't make too much sense for me to keep it, but it's definitely a cool shirt. I think it will sell really well on my Depop, which once again is in the description if you don't already know. I have one complaint about that Age UK charity shop, was the fact that they had a £5 minimum payment, which I've never seen in a charity shop before, but that meant I had to break a score for £3, which, not gonna lie, kinda hurt. It wasn't really to the end of the world, but it definitely wasn't needed. But then literally just around the corner from this Age UK charity shop was this Scope charity shop, which was quite wham inside. It had quite a lot of like women's clothes. The men's section was quite big as well though, but I pretty much headed straight over to the polos and the t-shirt section in the men's section, and I come across this Umbro polo, literally like 2 or 3 polos in. I think this was literally one of the first items that I come across, and when I first see it I thought it was gonna be at least £5, and then I looked at the tag and it was only 3, so I 100% knew I was gonna be picking this up without a doubt. £3 for an Umbro polo like that really isn't too bad, especially considering the type of tag it had on it, which is a vintage Umbro tag. As you can see, it's a little bit of an older Umbro tag compared to, let me just find it, where is it? Umbro polo, hello, hello. Compared to this item, as you can see, the tag's a little bit different. Like, that is a little bit more of an older one, and this is a bit more of a modern tag. But really, this polo isn't anything too special. It is literally just a plain blue Umbro polo shirt. It is quite nice though, to be fair. Once again, another item that I might consider keeping, considering as well it is a size small, and as well it was only £2 in the end. It wasn't free. Even more reasons to keep it then, really, because that is not bad at all. car, but back-to-back charity shop pickups, that's a bit of a mad one. Carpet is and half hot in here, but at least I've got my like button, fan, which if you haven't already clicked it, if you could, it'd be so appreciated. It helps me be able to make these videos for you and keep going to even bigger and better towns in the future. But all jokes aside, it is so hot in here, like it was so hot earlier on when I was actually in Gillingham, like filming this. But I'm gonna stop moaning about the heat because I was moaning 2 weeks ago about how cold it was. The heat is a welcome change, but literally 3 doors down, I think it was, from the Scope charity shop was this cancer research charity shop, which pretty much all of the clothes in this charity shop were pretty dead. Like, there was literally nothing that I even looked at in here really at all. The only thing that I did really look at was these Xbox 360 games and these PS3 games, because some of them do sell for a little bit, because I always end up seeing on places like TikTok people picking up like old Xbox 360 games and stuff like that for like £2 and then selling them on for like 30 plus. So I thought, I'll try and give that a go, but they had literally none that were worth any amount of money at all. Well, at least I hope there was none that were worth anything, because I didn't end up picking any of them up. But as I was walking down the high street, I realised there was we'll just ignore that happened. But I realised there was a market going on, which I thought was quite weird, considering market on a Monday. Like, is that a normal thing to happen? But in the market, there was this person selling this Chanel table, which was kind of nuts. Like, that is one Larry table. I wonder how many people have actually bought them. I wouldn't be surprised if quite a lot of people have. But as well, in the market were some really good looking food places, including this like jerk place, which looked so nice. But unfortunately, I didn't end up getting anything out of there. I was so gutted, but I did end up getting one food item, which was this extra hot sriracha black fire sauce, which I'm very excited to try. It reckons it has no gluten in it, it's suitable for vegans, and has no MSG, which, not gonna lie, I have no clue what that is. But I'm so gassed to try this. I'll insert now a little clip of me trying this. I hope I like it. I think I will. So here it is. It is crunch time. I'm going to put it on a little like plantain crisp, however you want to say it. I'm going to put a nice amount on just so I get the full taste of it. Surely I'm going to be able to fully taste it if you got that much on it. But let's give it a go. I'm not really getting the black fire sauce experience. I would say it tastes exactly the same as the normal one, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But let's get back to the video and get back to the charity shops. But I then went to go hit up this Oxfam charity shop, and in there you could have bought 4 CDs for 99p, which is kind of a bargain really. But for the amount of CDs that you'd have to go through to find the good ones, I really could not be bothered. But I ended up cutting out of there and literally heading next door, like literally next door, to this Demelza charity shop, which I started off by looking at the shirts in there, and they were absolutely dry. So then I moved on to the trousers and the jeans, and I come across these pretty bright green, like orange. But then I come across these pretty bright green like cargo trousers, which if they were under £5 I would have picked them up, but for £5 I weren't really feeling them. If they were like £3 I think I'd have 100% have bought them. But then I moved on to the t-shirts rail, and they had this Barber t-shirt which was £3, which if it had no stains on the front I would have 100% have picked it up. But it had 1 or 2 little stains on the front and these little like scattered black marks on it, which I thought was quite weird, and I was kind of thinking, if I can't get them out in the wash, that is going to be a massive waste of money, so I didn't end up picking that up. But then literally 2 shirts along was this shark t-shirt, and one very famous song popped right into my head. But then at the end of that t-shirts rail was this vintagey looking Umbro t-shirt, and it was only £2, so I knew I was going to be coming away with this. And here it is. It's literally just got like the little printed Umbro logo, the little printed Umbro logo there, and once again it is on slightly bit of an older tag. But really I quite like this t-shirt. I think it's quite a solid t-shirt. Like, I really like that Umbro logo. That is what really sold it to me. And as well, the fact that it wasn't cracked for an item of this age is really good. So for only £2, I think this is such a steal. But then a little bit further on down the high street was this British Heart Foundation shop, and I headed straight over to the men's section as normal. And I come across these Gillingham Football Club t-shirts, which I thought were so sick. I really like the design of them. But the only thing was, it was £8, so for £8 I really weren't feeling paying that much for them. They had quite a lot in there though. There was at least 10 of them. Like, I wonder if Gillingham themselves donated them, or if it was like a coach or someone like that. So I ended up just cutting out of there. But that is it for the charity shop. So let's get on to the Gillingham Town rating. And I'm going to rate it over 5 different categories, which are the stock the charity shops had, pricings for all the items in the charity shops, the parking for Gillingham and the charity shops, the overall area of Gillingham, and as well the food in Gillingham. For the overall stock, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. There was some pretty solid stock in there, and as well, as you've seen, I came away with some pretty decent pickups. For the pricings of the charity shops, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. Every item I bought was really solidly priced. The only thing that brought it down was the price of the Gillingham t-shirts in the British Heart Foundation shop. For the parking, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I pretty much parked on the high street. You got 2-3 hours and then you had to move, but 2 hours is really all you're going to need. For the overall area, I'm only going to give Gillingham a 4 out of 10. Gillingham can get a little bit ropey at times. Like, it is not the best place. But then for the food, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Them stalls in the town looks really good, but they're only there 1 day a week, and the rest of the food places are pretty lacking in Gillingham. So that gives Gillingham an overall rating of 29 out of 50, which really isn't too bad at all. And that puts Gillingham 5th on the list for the charity shops, which really is quite a solid scoring. But if you have enjoyed this video, if you could drop the video a like, it'd be so appreciated. It goes such a long way to help these videos and my channel out. But I really do hope you have enjoyed this video, and I really do hope to see you in the next one.